country's economy is dependent on many things, including culture, religion, and geography. All these things are reflected in the economy. In this segment, we will explore the fascinating world of Yemen's economics. In Yemen, the economy is not growing but shrinking. It has become the poorest country in the Arab world. Close to half the population lives on $2 a day. 41.2% of the total national income is earned by the richest 20% of the population. Unemployment is 16.5%, and the poorest 20% of the population earns only 7.4% of the total national income. Recent civil wars and government corruption has made a large contribution to the difficult times in Yemen. Yemen was not always in such a bad economic position. At one time, it had a flourishing spice trade. Spices were sent from Yemen as far as India and Abyssinia, which is modern-day Ethiopia. Coffee was originated in Yemen, and until the 1970s, it remained a large export. Because of its natural resources and convenient position, Yemen has been used in world trades and shipping for thousands of years. Yemen's largest export is petroleum, but in recent years it has become obvious that their oil reserves are declining at an increasingly rapid rate. It still accounts for about 85% of Yemen's exports. Yemen is scrambling to find other means of income. They've begun mining natural gases, and it is yet to be seen whether that can make up for the decreasing amount of mineable oil. 85% of Yemen's foodstuffs are imported. This is surprising since employment in agriculture accounts for over 64% of workers nationally. The problem is that only about 3% of Yemen is arable. In Yemen, there are very few sources of fresh water. That, along with the difficult terrain and droughts, force Yemen to rely heavily on imports. Because of its history and distinctive culture, in recent years Yemen has supported profitable tourism. Yemen offers many beautiful sights and interesting local flavor. One deterrent from people touring is the fear of kidnappings, and most recently the struggles between Yemen's different tribes and factions have made security increasingly uncertain. Those who do visit, though, are offered a multitude of activities, from touring ancient cities to watching camel races. Oil is by far Yemen's largest industry. It is 36th in the world in oil production. Oil accounts for 70% of government revenue. Unfortunately, they seem to be losing their ability to produce it. Between 2005 and 2009, oil production dropped in half. Though they are searching for other means of income, the future of Yemen's oil industry looks gloomy. The most profitable cash crop in Yemen is cotton. Cotton is an evergreen bush native to Africa and the southern Arabian Peninsula. It is a mild stimulant that is chewed by many in social settings. A recent study has shown that 70% of men in Yemen consume cotton. Despite how popular it is, cotton has negative effects on the agriculture as well as on the human body. It is estimated that cotton takes 40% of Yemen's water supply to irrigate. Being a place where water is limited, this has severe effects on the rest of Yemen's crops. In the human body, cotton has a negative effect on liver function, can cause sleeping disorders as well as oral cancer. It also seems to deteriorate the economy. Much is being said about more and more Yemeni workers who are spending a significant amount of time chewing cotton all throughout the day, and it is hampering their productiveness in their careers. Yemen's agriculture is quite distinctive. Much of Yemen's plants are grown on terraces. Some of these terraces have been built up and used for centuries. Because of the limited rainfall and dry climate, Yemen can't grow a large selection of crops. Some that they do grow well are date palms, grapes, and coffee. Yemen does grow fruits and vegetables, but most of these are consumed within the country. Many farmers raise livestock in Yemen, but there is not enough production to meet Yemen's needs. Due to this, Yemen must import a considerable amount of live and dead livestock. Fisheries remain a large and productive industry. Yemen borders 3 different bodies of water: the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, and the Arabian Sea. Almost all coastline towns and villages support fishing communities. Most of them have a few hundred privately employed fishermen. Many species of fish are caught, including tuna, mackerel, sardines, groupers, and sharks, along with crustaceans such as shrimp and lobster. Yemen has a struggling economy that is held back by tradition, government oppression, uncertainty, and a lack of self-sustainability. These next few years will be telling as to whether Yemen can develop modern means of income and build its economic strength.